If I go deep, I could say that together means the essence of humanity. That means at one point, before being together, we were something like nothing, and that's what made us who we are today.
We discovered, and we keep on discovering, this mystery of being together, which finally, it's not so much of a mystery. You have just to be there and experience it. You have to take the challenge and decide to be together, no matter your tiredness, no matter your beliefs, no matter your ideas. You have to be there and explore them together with other people.
We completed
the checklist totally.
And the checklist was
Job is
10
done.
shows in 2 countries
In 16 days.
in 16 days.
With 20 different artists.
I had the feeling this is a little bit like experimental for the public, and it's quite new for them.
I am always really curious because I don't know the Hungarian audience. In France, it's not so rare to see things like that. Here we can see that a lot of people don't have the code, which is so good. Okay, we have to struggle more to obtain what we want. Some of the audience were keeping their seat,
Yes.
you know. No, you will steal my seat, so I don't want to. But then finally they did it because they didn't see anything. There's much more crowd than planned. We planned things for, I don't know, 300 people, which was already something. And actually we were more than 500 at least. More than. Now we need to take that in consideration and to adjust, which means that we really need to have in the group always people with that priority. Interact with audience, make them go where we want them to go. During that show, I needed to fix 2 or 3 things so everybody was able to see the artist. And the fact that yesterday we decided to rewrite the show and it was more a direction than an experimentation, which was bless our decision yesterday at night because it worked. We are 20 artists. It's a power I assure you that if you are just 10 making them sit on the same space at the same moment, it will work.
And talking about the group, what's our feeling about the group dynamic?
Very good dynamic. 2, 3 of them told me that. Now they understand what I was saying previously. And that's always the case. It's just theoretical at the beginning, and then as soon as we did one show, they begin to understand where is the site-specific special feelings. Adding energy, just with the body. Maybe the 2 end-to-end couple, because they were invited just after, you can enter the circle and begin to jump, be with them. Or a 2 men's high, and you see there's a lot of people. Climb wherever you can and add energy. Looking at the 4 ladies, because this is their part, but add that. It's not what we could have done, it's just examples for the future, okay? Actually, what do we want as artists? We want to project for many people. We don't sing in our shower, we sing on the stage. And then we can sing on the site specific and even twice bigger because we will have more audience. There was a big difference for me that in Elefsina we had really to invite people. On the first degree, they were not there, we needed to invite them, and that was a success because little by little we were more and more.
Circus in Greece is somewhere between like elephants, white animals and clowns and tents, and maybe now gradually it starts like having another perception about it. So one part is for the audience of Elefsina and in Greece in general to get to know another form of circus, but also for the artists. We have amazing people that they've studied circus or they've practiced circus like half their life, and it's so important that they get to know another form of circus.
This is how circus can come back to the town and really be present with the people and together share their own space, but on like a very organic way.
And they were all there having a party incredible with us near the big whale, which was so cool. And then that's an act of peace from us to us. That means at one point we are not there to show off, we are just there to share something.
So the experience was having you guys with me from before, exploring the sites and dreaming big, and suddenly we are there discovering the mysteries of Elefsina, right? Because Elefsina is like this city of Dimitra and Persephone and Hades, and with all these special sites that they were there. And we brought life, like you were saying. Yeah, we brought life, and I think the next time I go to Elefsina, the space will never be the same. So for me, the Elefsina start was really strong with all the people that were there, and it gave me lots of inspiration, as I said, lots of inspiration for what's coming next. And what came next was Vesprem and where we are now.
Az út akadályok nélkül talán nem vezet sehova. Emberi művet csak abba hagyni lehet. Befejezni nem.
So yesterday was the itinerant show. The itinerant show was a public space coming to life. And this is, like Alban says, space is never going to be the same. Walls and cultural places and small corners, everything came to life with all these small performances.
My favourite moment in the project has probably been exploring the city and finding different places to do our circus and unusual places that aren't just a normal stage. It's been really fun to use our bodies in strange ways like that.
It was very nice to be in an open space and to interact with the people, but also to see the city as a playground, because whatever you find in the street, you can use it as your circus equipment. So it's very interesting to see the whole city as a circus playground. Like, okay, there are here stairs, so I can do something in this space, in this side. So, and the importance of improvising with that specific side. Meanwhile, you're connecting with the audience.
We actually organized this itinerant being as a guided tour. So we had each group was foreseen to have around like 60 people as an audience, but obviously there was a much bigger crowd. So we had finally really about like 100 people in every group.
We were a little bit overwhelmed by the audience, but then it's also a gift because it's a way of adapting. That means we plan something and the reality is not totally what we planned. And maybe the best gift is that everybody adapted perfectly to that. It was a little bit too much crowded, but then it happened and we had to improvise moment to make them wait, but all the artists were ready to accept, so that we added directly new scenes which were not planned, and that's the magic of that site, is that it works. Because we are generous in the proposal, even where there's waiting because of too much people or so on, they know that they wait for a good reason. And there was no piste of person, or everybody was, okay, we wait, because they know that it's for the best. And that's maybe something quite important. Everybody was there generously, so that's great.
Playing trumpets in front of the audience makes him nervous.
I decided to play trumpet while balancing in the iron bar, and I'm really happy for my decision, because it was actually my first time that I played the trumpet in front of the public without having so much stress about it.
So experimentation and joy and happiness and poetry of the circus in the public space. That was yesterday. my relationship with the Hungarians is pretty long. We've worked together in all different situations, and I think also this was the reason that we did this project. So we built strong connections as humans with all the Hungarian team. And that's why we decided with Veronica to have like this crazy idea about this project and then put it into practice and make it come alive. Well, with acrobatics, it's always a trust situation. It's always building trust, and for building the trust, it takes time.
Together, for me, means that we all can count on each other, even when it's a really dangerous situation.
My favorite thing about this project is that we keep pushing the limit and we make amazing but crazy things together.
Today is the day of general rehearsal. We are at this house where the vertical dance is going to happen, and the show is in 2 days. So we just have the general rehearsal today, and suddenly it came like a big thunder, and then all of our backstage tent and everything was flying, and then it was just happening right at that moment that I was already looking for somewhere to have a more stable backstage, and I could find this empty restaurant just up there, so I rented it for 3 days, and now we have a beautiful stable backstage.
Rain. I just see just rain when you speak, so there's rain on the window. So now I think we will just enjoy the moment and maybe delay the rehearsal because there's still sun, small of rain. So I think we will just delay the rehearsal, but it will happen somehow. Something will happen. I don't know what.
So we just had a moment of like a huge surprise because the tent was flying. Like a whole group together was running and holding the tent and started to break down and put everything in the van, and then at the same time like, okay, let's go to the new backstage. So we tried to react as a group, and I think we were just so good together to do this.
What happens when nothing happens? It's because when the site you planned is so big, you have to dream big. So to dream big, you have to create it as a non-replacement show. So when it's so big, made for an outside big space like that, if it rains, it doesn't happen, and it's life. And we can't change the things because if we do something small, it won't be the same project. But maybe now it's the philosophy of the, okay, let's have rest.
My favorite moment on that project was the final rehearsal. We had combined a lot of things. We're singing, we're dancing, we'll use the fire, we use the snow, we use the all genres what we had, and for me it was really incredible. Like, it's not the classical circus, and it's really specific site when we're on the street, when we don't have the stage, just the ground, all the grass, and you have to use it, and you have to make it so like the audience also feel your vibe, feel your feelings.
Site-specific is like the method and the way, not just to perform outdoors. It's a lifestyle. This is what I got from this project.
Site-specific is so cool, and actually not having a stage and using the city or whatever space is available and invading this space creates a different story, which can be very exciting for the artist as well as the spectators.
It's like a lifestyle. It's not our work. It's not like the profession that we do. It's not the way we make money. It's a lifestyle. It's how we want to live and how we want to perceive life. Not with having like fancy circus shows or circus shows that no one can understand, but really being close to the people.
How to bring the people together in a public space and make them feel the happiness of circus, and how to feel this magic of participating in this nice community.
200.
Hello, my name is Nina Araya. I came here from Kiev, from Ukraine. It was a completely different experience for us. Kiev circus students they are doing more classic arts, and here it was a chance for us to discover modern ways how we can do performances and presentations.
I'm a juggler and I went for this technical way, but here what Alban said that how to connect people, sometimes it's the important to find a common language with them. So it's not a shame if you do something popular, it can work really good because it affects people, and then you can show yourself.
While you do a performance, or you do the performance to show how strong you are, or you do the performance to share something with the audience, because it's so strong. Whatever they do as a trick, as soon as your intention is to be there with the people, circus is an international language, so we share everything with that, and that's the strength of circus. And sometimes we forget it. We put a barrier or an invisible wall to do some too much contemporary shows, and then it's just okay, I look at you, but there's no soul inside. So
I really love that how they approached us after the show, that they really felt that there is like no wall, no barrier. They can come to us, they can talk to us. And I also saw Esther today and some of the other artists already hugging some guys they met like yesterday in the park or the day before. So as the people came back, they were coming to us saying hello.
Next time they hear something about the circus, they will join, because they will know that something nice is gonna happen. So for me, it's like a big win for the circus.
I think for us it's blessing because I could see really my fellows or the artists who participated in Elefsina and in Hungary, like really opening, like everybody I could see opening.
Did you see Aaron today? He juggled and at the end he threw the ball. No, you know, something like wow! And he was so full of something, wow.
So what I learned from this project, lots of things.
A lot of different acrobatic tricks and interaction with people from different countries.
To adapt all the time, adapting to the new situations, weather, challenges.
Have to perform without rehearsal.
I learned how to be more free and how to be more creativity in my genre and in other genres. I like this because it's really like you can do what you want.
I learned in this project that how to work together with others, because we're doing 4 different projects and we have to create and come up with new ideas like every minute, and it's always we get some new idea, throw the other in the trash, get another idea, and it's interesting how we can enjoy these moments when we create these ideas and how to make it ourselves.
amazing to be part of this team because in such a short space of time we became so close. The ensemble of us all together, the collectiveness, the togetherness happened within such a short space of time, and this has been the most incredible thing to experience so far.
Together for me is connection and interaction.
Together for me means to feel each other's.
We are not alone doing the show, and even if I do just tiny bit, it's part of the bigger picture, and it's so cool to be just a small sand, and together we make the statue.
For me, together is experience something which is bigger than me. I can be a part of it, and still is something big, and it's like somehow losing myself, but at the same time being really centered as well.
I take the heart, because what came to me as one word for together is love. Not in the romantic way, in the very pure way of humans being together. It's about this very precious feeling of love, loving yourself, the life, and the others. So yeah, this is together for me.
Melting like a sandcastle in the wind. You couldn't focus, running way too hard just to keep the donuts. We shut it down, had to shed some blackmail back in jail. You could avoid us, trying always hard, keeping us so jealous. Today you hurt me. Such a hot task, taking off your mask. You, such a curious, they try to keep it once like a blooming list. He told me to, had to think of what else now to do. You think it's obvious, but promise me no more like a bunch of genius. Today hurt me. Sure I can fall. I have a